Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Outsiders Mark mod, which is being made by user Crimson Rider, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, the Outsiders Mark from the Dishonored franchise, which I think is a fun, though kind of odd addition into the game. Now, you guys know me, typically I tend to prefer mods which are either lore-based or historically based in some way, shape, or form. Typically, at least. And this mod is definitely neither of those things. But, to be honest with you, I've been playing Dishonored a lot the last couple of days, as I finally had a chance to play the new one at last. And, yeah, so when I saw this on the Nexus, I had to give it a go. It was in my brain already, so I think it's fun. And now what you actually do get with this is the Outsiders Mark, which is a fun, glowing mark that will display, of course, on your hand, but sadly, will not give you any cool assassin-y magic powers. Unfortunately, all it really is an aesthetic piece of clothing with some stat boosts. A fun stat boost, but stat boost nonetheless. But still, I think it's an entertaining little thing. And with the aesthetic point of view to it, it's always fun to have more interesting pieces of clothing, which technically this is what this is considered. Now, as for how you get your hands on one of these, thankfully it's pretty easy and doesn't require any of that outsider magical MacGuffins. No, you just have to go over to a local chemistry station and head to the utility category, where we have three options for the Outsiders Mark, either both hands, left hand, or right hand. And as you can see, it will require one bone to be created, as it is a charm, and it will give you, as I said, a stat boost, specifically a +1 increase to all of your special abilities, which is actually quite nice. Your special stat skills are very important and powerful things, so a +1 boost to all of them is actually very cool, especially for something that's as easy to build as one bone and weighs nothing. Now, you can't game the system by doing a left hand and right hand, as all three of these do use the exact same slot in the item clothing list. So if you want them on both hands, you have to choose the both hand version, as you can only wear one of these three marks. Now, what's fun about them, though, is you're not limited to just a single style of Outsiders Mark. If we actually go here to the armor workbench, and we can actually edit these. Like, I've got the both hands version on myself right now, and when you make the Outsiders Mark, it will be the standard no glow version, but you can make it either the Emily's Mark or the Corvo's Mark. So the Emily's Mark will, of course, be glowing a bit more bluish, and Corvo's Mark glowing, you know, white. And I like the Emily's Mark because, well, it's a cool blue glowing thing on your hand, and that is just fun. Now, if we do actually head out to the Pip-Boy, we can see this thing on myself here, but you'll notice if I do angle the Pip-Boy, it does not, sadly, show through any other form of clothing. So if you have an outfit, like the one I'm currently wearing, that does have gloves, the mark will be covered up. So if we do go into my apparel and turn off my marine wetsuit, there we go, we have the Emily's Mark, or well, Outsiders Mark, the Emily version, on our hands. And yeah, it's not really that crazy or important of a thing. It's basically just an extra little tattoo for your character, but a tattoo that goes into a clothing slot and, you know, gives you special stat boosts. Now, one thing you will notice, if you've been watching me for a while, we're back to the Pip-Boy. Typically, I use the Pip-Pad as I prefer it, but unfortunately, the Pip-Pad and the Outsiders Mark use the exact same clothing number for where they place it. So you cannot use the Pip-Pad with the Outsiders Mark mod. You gotta choose one or the other. So unfortunately, yes, we are back to the Pip-Boy here, but oh well, c'est la vie. Now, as for the other marks you do get, I do have a couple of mannequins set up here which have the marks on them. And remember, like I said, we have the right-hand version here, and that is the standard mark with no glowing. We then have the left hand only with the Emily's mark, and as you can see on the other side, there is no mark on either hand. So we got the right, the left, and then the both hand mark version, and that is the Corvo Outsiders mark with the glowing white there, or well, really more of a yellowish white kind of thing. But yes, as you can see, that one is on both hands, as it is that particular version. And yeah, I really do like this mod. It's one of those things, I mean, it's kind of almost pointless, but you know what? I like it because it's fun, it's from another game that I do like and enjoy, and I mean, it gives you a stat boost, and who doesn't want a stat boost? And for something that also looks aesthetically pleasing. So that is the Outsiders Mark mod. Not a whole lot to go over with it. You got the 3 versions and the 3 different paint schemes to it that give you a special stat boost and a nice tattoo on the hand. Always fun. But so that is going to be it for this episode. If you'd like to check out this mod for yourself, and I would definitely recommend you do, especially if you are a Dishonored fan, then you can check the link in the description as per usual. But that's gonna be it for today, folks. I hope you have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next episode, when hopefully we'll be looking at another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one!